God damn.
Oh, you gotta move your camera more to your right. God damn is right. You and these camera adjustments more.
What? Ain't nothing wrong with adjusting my damn camera.
Man, always switching up, man. I've been trying to tell him. I've been trying to tell him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, how is it going, everybody? How is it going? And welcome, everybody, to another edition of NHP, man. This is episode 238 of the news, man. So, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another edition of NHP, another edition of the Friday news. And with that, yeah, man, how's everybody doing, man? If this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here live after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news as well as the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW. We are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of that, man, I will be live tomorrow with the Crown Jewel official review, man. That will be a solo review from your boy, but we will be live nonetheless. NHP will be live for that. Unfortunately, like I said, Sir K will not be able to join us tomorrow for the Crown Jewel review, but I will be here sharing my thoughts on the pay-per-view tomorrow night with all of you. So yeah, man. Hopefully you guys are there to join me, man. But yes. So if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is episode 218, I believe, and that is WWE needs to put more spotlight on the tag team division. You guys can now watch that on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here, like I said, live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now get this beautiful shirt you see on your very screen to commemorate the rebrand of the podcast. Like I said, it is live on the merch shop right now. The next chapter design to go along with the rebrand of the podcast. You guys can now get this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of merchandise live, like I said, on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Just been chilling, man. Pretty normal. It was Halloween, yesterday, so that was fun. That was good. Um, I had the unfun job, so it was pretty. Didn't really feel like Halloween all too much, but it was a good day nonetheless. How was everybody's Halloween? By the way, asking for the chat, how was your guys' Halloween? Happy Halloween again. But yeah, dude, I'm doing good, man. Logan might be onto something in the chat, man. He really might be onto something with that. But yeah,
He
can't
has
make
a
tomorrow.
sweatshirt. Oh my fucking! Get out of here.
I do it. I do it a lot, mainly on Fridays and Saturdays, man. But no, man.
What?
But yeah, won't be able to make it tomorrow. Just scheduling things. Sucks. I gotta miss the Bloodline stuff. Other than that, I really don't care. But gotta miss the Bloodline stuff, so that sucks, man. But I will be back. Monday, obviously, unscripted. Talk about that shit ass dynamite, and that's what Mondays are. Just talking about a shit ass dynamite. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing? Live chat. How's everyone doing in the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good, man. Yes, so to piggyback off of what Sir K was saying, I hope you guys did enjoy your Halloween. Obviously, yesterday was Halloween. Um, yeah, it was pretty, it was pretty decent, bro. Pretty decent. Didn't really do too much, I guess. I usually never do too much for Halloween. I always say this, but whenever I have kids, I feel Halloween will be fun again because I'll be able to
Oh,
spend
fuck
it with
yeah.
them. But and for me,
Bro.
for me, the spirit of, I guess, Halloween, I guess, comes from, at least from my experience, the shit that happens before Halloween, like just being in the fall season, going to like the pumpkin patches and stuff. I guess that sort of thing is more Halloween centric for me. It gives
Boy
off
does
that
love pumpkin package.
it gives off that Halloween vibe for me. What did you say?
Your boy does love pumpkin patches, man.
I
What do
bet
I
you
gotta
do.
say?
Um, so, um, yeah, bro, but doing good, bro, doing good. Obviously, we're getting into the month of November now, so, yeah, it's gonna be definitely gonna be a busy month for sure. Definitely gonna be a busy month. But yeah, my week, bro. Listen, I don't know. I don't know how big of music heads you guys are, but this week I've been listening heavy to the new Tyler the Creator album. So that's been a very good listen for me. I don't know if you guys are big fans, but if you guys are, that's basically yeah, that's the new music I've been fucking with this week. Obviously, you guys know I'm a huge music fan and stuff like that, but yeah, Chromacopia has been a pretty good listen, bro. I've enjoyed it.
Is that the one that has the ASAP feature? It's called like TD, the song.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So I guess it's just an older song. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's the album. It's it's like black and white, or it's got a little green in it. He's like
Might be that.
he's like wearing a mask of his own face. It's a really good listen. It's a really
Hmm.
good listen. But yeah, been fucking with that all week, so that's been good. And then yeah, like I said, bro, just getting into the month of November and whatnot, and yeah, kicking it off right away with this episode of news, and then Crown Jewel tomorrow. So but yeah, other than that, bro, I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good, man. Yeah, that's yeah. So anyways, that's about all going on with me, man. But yes, hope you guys did enjoy your Halloween, man, as yeah, we are now on to November, bro. So, as Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family, man? I'm good, bro. Family's good. What about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, my man, naysayers, my guys in the replay mafia, JT and JB. How the hell are you guys doing, man? And yes, thank you all for joining us as always, man. As wow. Wow, we had a lot of news to go over here today for you guys. We're obviously going to end here with the Crown Jewel predictions. Like I said, it's tomorrow. We will be live with the actual review for the show. But obviously, like I said, we're going to end you guys with the predictions for the show today. And we're going to end you guys with all the WWE news, man. And oh, brother, is
Crazy
there
dog.
some interesting stuff we are starting you guys off with here today. Being that we will be starting with the AEW news.
Yay. Love AEW.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, for starters, let's start you guys off with the Young Bucks. Well, oh, another thing I forgot to mention. God, your boy needs a haircut, which
Oh,
uh,
man.
about 2
And
weeks late, in about 2 weeks, I will be a clean shaven man again. But I legitimately have the Adam Page mustache going, bro. This has grown in so thick, it is insane.
telling this man he should try it out for like real. Cut the beard short, keep the stash. I'm telling him he should try it, and he won't. Every time he grows his hair all long, I'm telling him, hey, bro, try that shit. Then he just shaves it. I'm like, bro,
Well, maybe I'll fucking ask my barber. Maybe I'll ask him again.
there
Um,
you
but I don't know. Like, to be honest, the Adam, no, don't get me wrong. The Adam Page beard looks cooler.
go. Mm-hmm.
It looks cooler, but old MJF style where he has the thicker beard and the lighter mustache, it feels better. Because I'm telling you, when your
Mm.
mustache grows in this thick and it
And
like
it's like
tickles your fucking lips, oh,
mm-hmm.
it
Yeah, I'm
is.
sure that's a pain in the ass.
Especially like, oh man, especially I remember a couple years last year when we went to All Out, I I grew it out really big. You guys could probably go back and look, bro, but the it was yeah, it was around like all in time. It was around all in time. It was actually basically up until like almost all out of last year. I had a giant beard and I was like, I'm gonna try and see and let it grow over my lips. And like it grew over my lips and into my like damn near into my mouth. And dude, the amount of times I
Ugh.
would get pissed and just fucking like try to like just spread it so it like wasn't like, oh man, it was okay. All right. I it's horrible, bro. It is. I fucking knew you were gonna fucking laugh at that, you freak. Like, oh,
I'm sorry.
it's so annoying, dude. It's so annoying, bro. It like I constantly have to like. I remember I would watch podcasts and I would hear Brody Lee talk about how he would have to legitimately like get water or like fucking like get water just to like spread it away from like tickling his lips, and it just
Mm.
it's
Yeah,
a
it's a pain.
again, don't get me wrong, the Hangman mustache or the Hangman heavy mustache with the light beard looks cooler, but the MJF heavy beard with the light mustache definitely feels better, bro, for sure.
I'm sure.
Um,
Yeah.
hello, Bell. Hello,
What's up, Bill? How you doing?
Bell. Here's the thing, man. You don't ever have to thank me. It is man, you don't ever have to thank me. I always tell you the DMs are open, and again, that goes for anything, man. That goes for anything. You got something on your mind, hey, hit your boy up, man. Hit your boy up. I will never shy away from a wrestling conversation for sure, and I'll never shy away from a personal conversation, man. I always tell you guys are like family. But me and Bell definitely had a great discussion about the Blackpool Combat Club, and actually, you did not come at a bad time talking about me
Because of
spreading my mustache when it tickled my lips, but you actually came at a good time because speaking of our conversation, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks, man. According to F4W Online and Brian Alvarez, Nicholas Jackson has been working with a separated shoulder that has been bothering him for weeks. And with that, according to PW Insider, Fright Night Dynamite was the end of the current Young Bucks storyline. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson are not planned to return to TV for some time. And with that, actually, bro, well, before we get to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing, first off, if Nick has been working with a separated shoulder for
why
weeks,
the fuck did they fucking win in the like from the last match? Why didn't Private Party just win in the first place? Why? Second I saw that, that's all I thought.
I thought the exact same thing, bro. I thought the exact same thing because they had
Mhm.
such an easy out to have Private Party win at Wrestle Dream, and it would have been a good moment. It would have been a good moment. It would have been at, oh, I don't fucking know, the pay per view. And it's not like they needed to save that moment for Fright Night Dynamite because they had nothing else going on Fright Night Dynamite. There was the Bobby Lashley debut. There was the fucking Darby Allin return that I don't know why the fuck that happened now, but we'll get on to that on Monday. But they had things to make Fright Night Dynamite feel like a big show. So I wasn't entirely sure why Private Party didn't win. I mean, don't get me wrong, it did make it feel like a bigger show. And sadly enough, that was actually the best Dynamite of the month of October. And
Yeah,
it was a
still
pretty
wasn't good.
it's yeah, it still wasn't. I just feel maybe the standard for AEW has dropped. Because that show, that Fright Night Dynamite show a couple of years ago would have been the most just
Ash of the year.
maybe would have just been a random episode of Dynamite a couple of years
Mhm.
ago. But this year it was the best one of October, and it was a pretty okay episode. It was a pretty
Mm.
okay episode, man, and it wasn't. Again, I mean, there was stuff on it, that was nice, but there was stuff on it that was nice, but I didn't really feel they had to save the Private Party uh title win for that episode specifically. I thought you easily could have done that at Wrestle Dream. It was it was at the pay-per-view. So I didn't really understand why they did that, and especially now I really don't understand it because Nick was working hurt, or at least maybe he says he's been working, it says he's been working with a separated shoulder that's been bothering him for weeks. So I don't know how long he's been working with it until it started actually bothering him, or
Mhm.
if that means that it's only been bothering him, or if he only heard it a couple weeks ago. It doesn't really specify exactly, but I mean, if so, he was working hurt, man. I really don't know why they, didn't just do the title change at Wrestle Dream, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Makes no fucking sense. I really don't know why they saved it. In that case, it would have been perfect at the pay-per-view, man. I really don't understand why they did that shit.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, oh Lord. This came in today.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the idea behind the Young Bucks AEW hiatus is that they will not, or is that they don't want to get involved with the BCC, but they will eventually come back to save AEW as babyfaces. They are expected to be back in time for the AEW and New Japan Wrestle Dynasty show on on the 5th of January.
Homie, dog, how are you gonna ditch the place when shit hits the fan and then have them return and try to act like saviors? Bro, they're literally in the middle of it right now, just leaving, and they're gonna come back and, bro. Oh, bro, don't do this, bro, please.
Being that too, they may be facing Omega at Wrestle Dynasty. I could see them maybe fighting it out with him and making amends. I could see them
Make,
doing something like that. And then they
yep,
all come back as baby faces as if everything's okay. Okay, well, let's break this down, right? Let's break this
yep.
down as we do best. The Young Bucks AEW hiatus is that they don't want to get involved with the Blackpool Combat Club. That's your first fucking problem. Why were
Because,
these guys ever put in the line of fire with the Blackpool Combat Club? Why?
and that's the thing, if you gotta write them off TV, why are you making it so they're just running away? Why don't you just have them attack and, like, beat the fucking life out of
Injure
them
them.
like they did Kenny? That would have been great. It would have been great fucking symbolism between them and Kenny, and then it would have got them off TV. You're purposely making everyone and them look stupid. You're doing it on purpose.
The same way they injured Brandon Cutler, if you wanted to salvage a little bit of this, which is already barely salvageable, you could have just had them injure the Young Bucks. But these guys, dead ass, walked out of AEW Dynamite talking about we wanted to incite change, but nobody wanted to listen to us. Huh?
Well, you can't rewrite it as them being baby faces. Bro, they
Yes,
were trying to take over the company.
bro, and
Hostile takeover.
that is what that's what me and Bell were talking about. That's what me and Bell were talking about privately. It's like AEW constantly do this, bro. And we're also seeing it on television now with Adam Cole and MJF. They constantly try to fucking go back and rewrite stories as if their fans are blithering idiots, which a lot of them are, but like, what the
But like
fuck?
Like, dog, you can't just rewrite a story and say, you know what? We were actually the good guys the whole time. We were trying to, like, bro, you were literally trying to hostile take over this place from Tony Khan, which I would like you to do in the backstage setting, not on screen. But that's just me. But like, bro, what are you guys doing? You can't flip this as they're the good guys. Same way you couldn't flip Adam Cole as the good guy, and they're trying it, and it's ass every week.
Dude. So, like I said, man, they're on Dynamite. They walk out. They leave AEW. And if they will be back in time for Wrestle Dynasty, so they're going to leave the Blackpool Combat Club to I don't know, run roughshod over the company for 2 months before they decide, really 3 months, or god, maybe even 4, being that they've been around since All Out, since this new Blackpool Combat Club has been a thing. They've been in the company for 2 months, watched them take it over, left, waited another 2 months before they came back to save it. Man, that's the saviors that I'm really looking for.
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna, and again, these fucking guys, bro. It's not even like these. Again, it's not even like these guys are good guys, bro. These guys have tried to take over the company, and they now they're trying to act like they were just wanting to see change. What?
What? Like, no, you weren't. It was literally the whole point was hostile takeover or taking it over. Like, dog, I, I don't fucking get it. I think that's a horrible direction they're going, and they wrote them off TV in literally the worst possible way. They ran like cowards, and then they were supposed to expect them to save us in like fucking 2 months. How?
My God, man. My God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. These guys that are going to come back in early, I'm assuming early 2025 AEW to save the show. Which, why are we putting the Elite up against the Blackpool Combat Club to come back and save AEW when you have a fucking guy in Darby Allin who is supposed to be the Sting of this whole operation and come back and save the company as a solo just vigilante?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Nope.
supposed to be the guy to save AEW because he's been real to AEW. He's never turned his back on the fans, the locker room, or whatever. Meanwhile, you're gonna try to sit here and portray to me that these guys, the Elite, are now gonna come back as the good guys? And the only way I could see this, there's no way they can do this with Jack Perry and Okada. There's
You
no
can't.
way this version of the Elite is here to save AEW. There's no way. There's no
You
way,
can't.
man. And if you do put them back with Kenny, you're going down another road that doesn't make any sense. Because
Because they beat the life out of him, and they like fired him, quote unquote, and shit. Like, dog, you can't just go back on all that.
they beat the life out of him. A couple weeks on Dynamite, they were singing happy birthday to him and throwing a bunch of intestines on a cake, making fun of him. Jack Perry's telling him die, and Kenny is just gonna be
Just dap up with him again. Just hey, my boys. Like what? That's how it works.
like, what the fuck, man? I mean, it does not make any sense to me. And again, why are we having the Elite who why are we having the Elite who get uh who again have got this storyline where they're taking over the company to be the saving baby faces when you fucking have Darby Allin? If anything, if you wanted to use this current if he wanted to use this current edition of the Elite to rival the Blackpool Combat Club, it would have to been a power struggle, heel versus heel. You can't
Yeah,
bring these guys. You cannot bring this version of the Elite as baby faces. Like, I see what Belle's saying when she says Okada is probably the only one who has a chance of getting cheered, and that's because he's funny and people like him, and he says bitch, and
exactly.
people pop to it. But
He's
like,
hilarious, but like, ain't nobody fucking cheering for Jack Perry. I just saw bro get fucking manhandled again in a backstage environment on Wednesday. You think I'm gonna cheer for that guy that got himself manhandled again backstage? He looked like a bitch. They all look like bitches. I can't like I don't get it.
dude, when he went to push back at Daniel Garcia and he said, "You think you're so special," and fucking Daniel Garcia just pushed him back up against the wall and said, "No, you think you're so special."
Bro,
Come
that
on.
motherfucker, he lifted him up like a fucking Disney Channel bully, bro. Like, come on, dog. Ugh.
And then Jack Perry said something to him like, "You used to dance for me too," or something.
He
Like,
said, they used to dance for me too in terms of the fans. Yeah,
oh,
you still would, buddy. You just went and you fucking picked a fight with Phil and got muffed, and that's the end of that story, man. You kind of did it to yourself there.
like,
You kind of turned heel, buddy.
bro, what? Oh, dude, when bro,
Fuck. Oh, you manhandled his ass, bro. That
uh,
was so bad. I was like, bro, and you know what's bad? When the dude that's getting manhandled starts smiling and laughing because you just know that's the only reaction he could give because he know he getting his ass beat. I'm like, bro, he looked horrible in that. I'm sorry.
that was just, oh my
God,
god,
you look like the
that
biggest bitch.
that looked like something out of a fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid, like, movie bully scene or something, bro. Oh my god, man. I mean, man,
He
that
fucking threw his
God, man. That looked like something that looked like the high school bully was fucking with Rowley, bro. Come on,
He
dog.
really
What?
did, bro. That was so sad.
Uh, but I don't know. And man, I've been telling you guys, man. It's like I don't even know. I don't even know if I can genuinely get upset, bro. I don't even know if I genuinely can because now I'm just watching this show, man, and I'm saying to myself, what the fuck? How does that make any sort of sense? These guys done fled the arena, left Brandon Cut. They left their boy. First of all, they left their boy, and you're gonna try to bring them back and tell me that they're good guys?
Like, what? That they're here for AEW? Like, bro, if you were here for AEW, Phil Brooks would still be in the company, bro. So cut the shit. You ain't here for this.
I don't,
Come
dude. Again, why do we need the elite who again we can't make and you know I mean if we could make sense out of the elite becoming good guys then okay, but that's the problem, we
You can't.
can't make sense out of them being good guys to come back and save AEW, but you have a good guy in Darby fucking Allen who should be the one to come back, save AEW, and take the world title from John Moxley. What?
Horrible, dude. Fucking dumbassery.
What? What? Come on. This shit, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. This is just. And now that leaves a faction or a tag team or whatever you want to even call them of Okada and Jack Perry.
Oh, man. What a fucking A. You got Okada and then Jack Perry. What a fucking difference.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, man.
Mm-mm.
This is just this is storytelling. This is storytelling at its absolute lowest, bro. This is
Yeah,
storytelling at its absolute lowest and storytelling at its nonsensical. Gonna want to
horrible.
bring
Fucking
back the young fucking Bucks
as
as
babyface.
a babyface tag team.
Makes no goddamn sense.
to save AEW after everything we did through the summer. Through actually better part of the whole fucking year.
Yeah, this is like the forever has been going on.
And I can guarantee you, if they do end up doing the version of the Elite with Kenny Omega, I guarantee you that this whole current Elite storyline is going to get the most nonsensical and just fucking utterly stupid reason as to why it's done.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the dumbest random shit ever.
I need to go back to my roots, or what did he say? I
Yeah,
need to do this. I need to do this alone, guys.
I need to do this alone. I need to go work from home. What?
Speaking of Kenny Omega, according to the Observer, Omega is talking about coming back as if it's a thing rather than a possibility, so it should be relatively soon. The idea all along has been to set up a fifth match with Kazuchika Okada that is quite the standards those have to live up to. Well, like I said, how does this go to how does this fare with everything with what happened with the Bucks now? Is
Mm-hmm.
Okada just going to be a heel whilst the Elite are baby faces? And which version of the Elite fights the Blackpool Combat Club? Because did the Bucks walk out on the current Elite? Did they tell the, because if they all came back as baby faces, I feel like I might have taken that as maybe all of them are going to come back to save AEW, but the other two not only stayed in the arena, the other two are still champions. So did the Young Bucks walk out on the current Elite? Are they just going to be back with Kenny, and Kenny is just going to fight Okada? Like, dude, what the hell, man? What is going on over there, bro?
Literally, bro. I think they are leaving this new elite because Jack Perry did look confused in that segment. So I mean, I looked confused too, but in character he looked confused. So I feel like they are, but like still, man. But back to Kenny, man. For the Kenny news is good. I just hope he's healthy when he comes back and he's actually healthy and can come back. And if not, we can wait, man. So I just hope everything's good with Kenny.
Definitely. Definitely. Yes. So yeah, nonetheless, it's a great thing that the possibility of him coming back is a possibility. And it is something like Meltzer said, not even that it's a possibility, it seems to be a thing that he is coming back soon after, God, I'm almost a year. Almost a year out of action. So
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, but yes, so should be, like I said, should be getting Kenny back soon, and yeah, I'm happy to see him back, bro. But again, it's just it's got to be healthy, man, and I just really hope he's got to be healthy, man, and I just again I really hope that AEW can make sense out of all this. And to be honest, man, right now I have little to no faith in them in
No.
doing so. So.
Oh, I don't have any faith, so we'll see how it goes.
So, yeah. Uh Speaking of the Elite coming back to rival the evil Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley has filed a trademark for the name Death Riders.
Hmm,
That that has got my stamp of approval.
that's neat.
That is hard, bro. That is fucking hard, man. Yeah, I think it's a bit odd calling them the Blackpool Combat Club. That's why for the longest time I just referred to them as Moxley's group, because when
Mhm.
I think of the Blackpool Combat Club, I don't think of this group. I think of Brian, Claudio, Yuta, Moxley, and Regal.
Mhm.
But I think this group needs its own definitive identity, and I
I
think
think so.
I think using Moxley's New Japan song was a step in the right direction. Just off rip to begin with, just give them something different to just give them a different feel. um but I think the other thing that needs to be I think the other thing that needs to be fresh and new is the name, because like I said, when I
Mhm.
think of Blackpool Combat Club, I don't think of this group. I think this group needs its own, distinctive identity. And they're always, and Moxley, on Wednesday he was talking about how Orange Cassidy needs to be ready to fight to the death, and Moxley
Mm.
talks about how how he's always ready to die when he gets into these fights. So I think Death Riders is the perfect name, and it's a pretty badass name, and I'm messing with it, bro. Overall.
Oh, definitely, man. I think it's a great name. It's cool. It fits their character. It fits who they are, and it fits like their whole mission. So I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to see how it pans out in like design and the merchandise. Because the Blackpool Combat Club, that was some of the best merch AEW had in years. So I hope Death Riders is the same.
Yes, for sure. For sure. Speaking of AEW and trademarks, on October 25th, AEW filed for 3 trademarks relating to their upcoming move to Max in 2025. They trademarked AEW Max Month. They trademarked WrestleMax, and they trademarked AEW WrestleMax.
And you just gotta have Wrestle in the name, man.
You fucking with that
Wrestle
WrestleMax,
Dream.
bro?
Yeah, it's alright, I guess. I mean, it was. I'm sure it's gonna be like a Dynamite special. So AEW
Or
Dynamite Wrestle Max, because
yeah,
no way it's its own pay-per-view.
I
I
was
don't
get.
think they that.
I could see it being a like special that I
Yeah,
could see it being a special that they put on like on Max only.
I could see that. I could see that, man. So it's not bad. It's what I expect from AEW. They got their Wrestle Dynasty, Wrestle Dream, Wrestle Max. Fucking wrestle me dead because it's all they fucking do. So it's decent. It's all right. It does the job.
Yeah, man. So if you guys want to start getting excited for WrestleMax, then now is your time, man. Because yeah, it's a it's a typical Tony Khan. It's a typical Tony Khan created name. He always has
Mhm.
just odd fucking names for his original pay per view names. Like all of AEW, or like all of AEW's pay per view names have a reason as to why they make sense. you know
Mhm.
Revolution is off, the press conference, where Cody stated this feels like a revolution. Full Gear is kind of off Hangman trying to be full gear ready for his match with Pac and walk around in his fucking gear like Pac does. um all Out, obviously all they couldn't use All In at the time, so now they go All Out. All In makes sense. And Double or Nothing, we all know why they make sense. Then all of a sudden, Tony Khan wants to hit us with Wrestle Dream and
Mm.
World's End and
World and
um, God, what's some of his other one? Dynasty. These
yeah,
just cringy, just pay per view
Orky.
names that are just super corny. Um,
Mhm.
but it's a Tony Khan thing, and that is exactly what this sounds like. I could just absolutely see him sitting there like, what, AEW
What's the
Max, AEW Wrestle Max, AEW Wrestle Max. Like
Wrestle Max. I like Wrestle Max. Wrestle Max. We're on Max. We wrestle. Wrestle Max. Boom. We got it. Like
AEW, we're the best. Wrestle Max, Wrestle Max. I like
Wrestle
that.
Max. Trademark it. Call the trademark office. We're trademarking it right now. Right fucking now. We're trademarking it. Like dog. again, it's all right. It does the job, but like, man, do not love these Tony Khan style pay-per-view names and identities.
Yeah, no, not at all. All right. Dustin Rhodes. Moving over some contract AEW news. According to Fightful Select, Dustin Rhodes' contract has come up, but he has not necessarily left AEW/ROH. Negotiations between the two sides are ongoing, though no agreement has been reached yet. But Dustin Rhodes is a free agent.
Hmm.
Interesting, man. This is very interesting. Whether he stays or goes, it's very interesting. It's very interesting to see. Obviously, I know WWE would take him being of his connection with his brother, and his brother being like one of the top guys over there right now. But then again, AEW, the people in AEW, they love having Dustin, and to our knowledge, Dustin likes working there, man. Unless something changed, Dustin likes working there, and so
Yeah,
it's going to be very interesting to see what he does, man. But I know either company would love to have the guy, so it's going to be interesting to see what exactly he does, man. I know he works a lot with and help training the women over there, and a lot of the AEW women's division has high praise for Dustin Rhodes and helping them to their success. So you would think AEW would want to keep the guy, but then again, there's a lot of people that I think they would have wanted to keep, and they end up leaving, whether it's from AEW or from the person themselves wanting to leave. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
definitely gonna be real interesting. I remember recently, I think I saw him say that he likes being in AEW, so it's really either or. He might go with be with his brother in WWE, or he could just keep doing his own thing in AEW. So it's very interesting. It's really 50-50. It could go either way. I think both sides like him, both sides would want him, and I think just vice versa for him for both sides. So we'll see how it goes.
Definitely, definitely, man. Another guy, another guy that well, actually, not this doesn't really pertain to contracts or anything, but I wish it did. According to PW Insider, Wardlow. No, 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 no. Why am I hearing his name in the news again? Other than the news that I want to hear. Wardlow was backstage last night, or not, well, 2 nights ago at this point, at the Dynamite taping. There is no word on when or whether he is returning.
What I think he's either going to be one of the matches for Adam Cole and Roderick Strong, or he's going to screw one of those two out of their matches to have Adam Cole win or whatever. I don't know who he's going to screw or who he's going to be mad at, but I feel like he's going to come in to fuck over one of them, and then probably have a match, and then go off into the sunset again.
Well, God. You
You
know,
know, you.
I really, really did not want to hear about Wardlow being back in AEW because the last time we seen Wardlow, he was in a build to a match with Samoa Joe, and building up to that, Adam Cole came out for like 200 weeks in a row and cut the same exact promo about how Wardlow's going to win the AEW championship and hand it over to him. You know, the good guy in the
The good
MJF
guy was
and
saying that.
yep, that guy, that Adam Cole. The good guy in this story was saying that Wardlow is going to hand the title over to him after he wins it. Um, That happened. We got to the match with Samoa Joe. Wardlow got choked out, and that was the last time we seen him. Holy fuck.
Good lord.
Get this guy out of this company. I do not want to see him back. I do not care about an AEW return. This man, Ricky Starks, is wrestling on indies now. I've been seeing this.
Yeah. It's like, dog, just let the people go, dude.
Let these. Why? Like, what the fuck?
Like,
Come
bro,
on,
don't be
man.
such a baby with that shit. Like, bro, just you got the roster, bro. Let him go.
Yes. And like we were talking about last week, AEW has such a huge roster. Bro, you should not be too concerned about anybody leaving the company. Unless their name is of God status, you should not care about some of these guys leaving the company because you have more than enough talent that can step up. You have more than enough
Exactly.
talent who can step up to the point where you should not care about much people leaving at all. Because again, unless their name is of God status, and drawing power and just human money printing machine, you should not care that much about these people leaving to the point where you have to add injury time just to keep these guys from going to the other company. Because again, you have more than enough people on your roster that can step up, and loss is loss. Everybody's going to deal with loss. Both companies are going to deal with losing people, and whatever it happens, you're going to have to lose people eventually. You can't keep everybody. And bro, I do not care about Wardlow coming back. The only news I care that pertains to Wardlow is when the fuck is he going to WWE? Because
Literally.
this is such a fucking waste of his talent and of his career. And Tony Khan has just absolutely just this is one of his biggest. This is one of, if not his biggest fumble of all time in Wardlow.
Oh, it's gotta be. Built him up like crazy. Fucking had a whole massive moment around him and just fucking dropped from there. Did nothing with the fucking guy. Changed his fucking big show to him, made him turn heel, face, and heel, and did a whole bunch of stupid fucked him up completely, man. Let these people go. Free Wardlow, free Phoenix, free Ricky, free all these people, dude. Just let them go. Because, good lord, you just make yourself and them look better in the process.
Seriously, bro. Seriously, man. So it looks like Wardlow is he's backstage at Dynamite, bro, and again, there is no word on when or whether he is returning, but the fact that we're seeing or we're hearing about him pop back up backstage at Dynamite, man, is very scary because of the exact thing that I am scared of, and that is
Hmm.
Wardlow being uh, involved or anywhere near an AEW stage, an AEW ring, ever again.
Yep. Good lord, man.
Yeah, it is cooked, bro. It is fucking cooked. Um, Ring of Honor. Oh God. According to the Observer, negotiations are close for an ROH TV deal. The idea behind Jericho's second world title reign is that having him as the face of the brand will mean more during these negotiations.
Man, dude, I'm on TV network. I see fucking Lost Jericho as the champ, man. I'm really gonna buy that shit. Dude, who the fuck would buy ROH? What is that shit worth? Tony Khan completely fucking murdered ROH.
I, I'm telling you, man. I Wow, when he bought ROH, man, I genuinely thought I thought it was gonna be good again, man. And to
Hmm.
see to see what happened, to see what actually ended up happening to Ring of Honor, wow,
It's like,
wow.
wow. Like, bro, it's horrid. It's literally nothing. You don't know. It's there. It doesn't even exist at this point. It's that bad and that meaningless.
Yeah, it is, man. It is. And so your previous world champion was Mark Briscoe. You don't think selling Ring of Honor with a guy that's the face of a brand who's
Starts
been
with
in Ring of Honor
tattoos.
his whole life, basically.
Mm.
The guy's been in Ring of Honor again, basically almost since the guy came out of the fucking womb. Okay, he's been in Ring of Honor his whole entire life. He's a veteran in Ring of Honor. Everybody loves Mark Briscoe. You don't
Fan
think
favorite.
100% a fan favorite. You don't think leading with Mark Briscoe as the face of the brand would have helped? No, instead, let's go with Learning Tree Chris Jericho. Yeah, because this version of Chris Jericho is really gonna fucking knock some socks off in the fucking corporate production room,
Oh yeah.
figuring out if they want to close a deal for Ring of Honor or not. Whoever whoever buys Ring of Honor proves themselves to be either the most desperate network on the planet or a real dumb fuck of a company.
Oh dude.
Because,
Because
Lord,
there's no fucking way, bro. Like, who would buy this? Like, what do you expect? Sci-fi just in the office, just damn, bro. They got Chris Jericho. Look at that, man. Fuck, we should get them. Like, what, dude? You got Mark Briscoe, who's not only there his like whole career, he's a legendary tag team member,
yep.
turned due to tragic circumstances a world champion. You don't want to build it around that. You don't want to
No,
sell it off that. And you got Athena in the women's division. You don't want to sell it around. She's the fucking best woman. She's literally like one of the best women in the business, locked away and fucking no viewership. Because like you can build it around those two. I can tell you, they're fucking tag champs. Like,
it's
I would lose $1 million in a bet for their tag champs.
uh
Genuinely.
wait, hold on. It's shit. Wait, hold up. I know it. Hold on. Give me a minute. Uh
Fuck.
shit. I don't know.
Exactly.
Hey, hold on. I know. Hold up. Wait. Who the fuck is it? Hold on. Is it That's a great. Okay. I genuinely. Wow. Wow.
Look at it, dude.
I have no idea.
It was
Um.
literally saying, like, I would lose $1 million bet. I would lose out on $1 million if you asked me who they were, because I couldn't tell you.
Do you know who the TV champion is?
I don't know.
It's Brian Cage, man. He brought it back to
Oh,
the Don
yeah.
Callis family.
You did bring it back to it, even though they have a TV title without TV. That's just me. But they
Damn.
got those titles too.
Hold on, because now I gotta hold up. Who the? This is gonna kill me. Who is it? Roster. There we go. Okay.
I'm so scared.
Lee Moriarty's the pure champion. I did not know that.
And
Um.
could never told you that.
Oh, it's fucking Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
Oh, yeah. It's fucking not a tag team.
And then Dustin Rhodes is also the 6-man champs with the Von Erichs. Red
Oh,
Velvet is the ROH Women's World TV Champion. They have a women's TV championship?
I think they made it like a
I
few
didn't
months ago, I think.
I did not know that.
I
Yeah.
fucking know. Like this is what we're talking about, dude. This shit. The ROH is fucking legendary and they killed it. It's literally fucking nothing. It literally doesn't exist because you don't see it, you don't hear about it. It doesn't it's fucking pointless.
Oh my god. I'm looking at this roster right now.
Oh, I'm sure it's fucking horrid.
If it genuinely if a TV company picks this fucking show up, uh oh my god. This is that
Dude.
is like generation. Okay, listen to this. Angelico, Anthony Henry,
Ooh.
the Gates of Agony, the Iron Savages,
Oh, good lord.
Carly Bravo, Christopher Daniels is listed on here, Claudio's listed on here. Cole
Okay.
Carter, Dalton Castle.
Is
Uh,
Cole Carter the dude from the 2K fucking storyline?
no.
No, it's Cole Fit.
He's the dude from the D'Angelo family. The with
Oh,
two dimes, right?
times. Oh, yeah, 2 times. It'd been nice to see him, on something that, has, value.
Dalton Castle, EJ Naduka, um, Jack Jameson, um, Kyle Fletcher. Oh, right there. Nobody should be buying that shit. Lee
Kyle, what?
Johnson, Marina Shafir's on here.
What?
Mercedes Martinez, Rachel Ellering. I didn't even know they had Rachel Ellering on Ring of Honor. That's another
Oh, she
problem
was
in
in
itself.
NXT,
Um,
genuinely.
Shane Taylor, Sean Dean, Trisha Dora. Like, what the
Dora, like, dude, half of these people are literally not even wrestlers at this point. They're just fucking backstage workers. Like, dude,
Wow.
you have so many people you don't use. You have two possible shows on your actual main AEW company they could delegate, organize, and use. And you have ROH for those up and coming people or the people you really don't, have a use for right now to be there. You have every building block you ever need. And instead of building a house, this motherfucker Tony Khan is just off the shits, just building fucking shapes for no reason because he likes the shape. Like, dude, you have everything you need to build fucking a mansion, and you're building a shed, bro. What the fuck are you doing here?
Athena won that title in December of 2022.
Oh, 2022
She she is 692 days in.
in jail. It's an ongoing sentence. She's 602 days in jail. Give her the harmonica because holy fuck, break her out. That was
Yeah.
horrid, dude.
I don't, man. I tell you, bro. I tell you, I genuinely do not know who is dumb enough to buy Ring of Honor. But after looking at that roster, not only is it insanely small, the list of names that anybody cares about, why you aren't putting younger guys on that brand to make a name for themselves and eventually move up or almost get called up in a way to AEW. Why you don't use Ring of Honor as an NXT like show? You know how NXT has young talent on there and they put people that are developing, and it's also a bunch of weird shit because they're just
You can
trying
just
shit. You can
you
just
could just
play
try shit
around
without
on there.
exactly. It's risk free. You could just do weird shit and be like, okay, yeah, that didn't work out. We'll move on to the next thing. It's the free excuse to try different things and be different. NXT they be doing wild shit every fucking week, and guess what? It's fine because that's kind of the whole point of the thing. That what you could do that with ROH. You could just do weird, off the just unnatural shit, and it'd be fine. But no, you don't do anything.
Yeah. Um it, I don't, again, why Ring of Honor was not used as a feeder system to AEW. Instead, it is just, we're going to put a bunch of no names on the show, and occasionally we're going to give big names the world title because that's going to fix it. Who the hell does that sound like?
He's Vince Incarnate, bro. He really is.
Come on, man. I mean, we say it all the time, bro, but who does that sound like? Legitimately.
He books just like him. He has the same mentality.
Let's have a shit show, but we'll put the title on Chris Jericho and that'll fix all our problems because he has name value. If anybody, I don't give a fuck about your name value. If anybody has a pair of glasses, they can see Chris Jericho as the face of a brand, bro.
Like,
uh,
oh man.
In this day and age, nah,
Oh,
that ain't it.
ROH? Ring of Honor? Like, dog, what are you doing?
I can assure you he's not going to be on ROH TV any fucking way. And if he is,
No.
it's literally just to sell. It's literally going to be for a couple weeks just to sell the TV deal, and then he's never going to be on there.
Literally. Literally, Vince McMahon the third. He is, dude. He's literally just like McMahon.
The man, yeah. Again, why this was not used as a feeder system to AEW? No fucking idea. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean there's a ton of guys, there's a ton of young guys on the AEW roster. Even on the AEW roster that aren't doing anything. Why they aren't
Literally,
sent down to ROH to like sink their teeth into something and try to just add prestige to the brand, and then again when whatever they're doing is done and if they're ready they can be almost called up to AEW. Why that isn't a thing, I have absolutely no idea, man. But yeah, I mean I don't know, man. And again, I also don't know about. I genuinely don't know how smart it is having a guy like Chris Jericho run as the face of the brand. He is not,
mm-mm.
in this day and age, not at all what I envision to be a face of any brand. So
Yeah, man.
I don't know. So that is that. As I
It's
believe
all.
that is
Yeah,
everything for AEW.
finally.
Man,
My
or
favorite part of the podcast, getting away from the AEW stuff. Good lord. Whether it's Monday or Friday.
yeah,
Especially fucking Mondays, man.
dude.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Um, According to WrestleVotes Radio, again, moving on to some WWE stuff now, there have been preliminary high level discussions to have Travis Scott appear on the first episode of Raw on Netflix in 2025.
Cool. I like it. I mean, I think they did confirm that Fiend is the main song for Mania, so I could definitely see it. That would be cool.
Yeah. Um, you could definitely tell. You could definitely tell. I believe a couple 2 weeks ago on SmackDown, um, Jay and Roman pulled up listening to Travis Scott. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not Jay, Jimmy and Roman pulled up listening to Travis Scott, and he asked Roman, I never heard that one before, and Roman said, yeah, that's because it's not out yet. So
See, got the
um,
hookup.
he does, bro. He does. But he so he they kind of been teasing collaboration with Travis Scott. So I definitely seen this coming, man. And you already know that first episode of Raw on Netflix is going to have so many big names, it's going to be insane. So I could definitely see Travis Scott being one of those names for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it was in the news a couple weeks ago that they're basically building that shit up like a whole pay-per-view, like a Mania essentially, like with the celebrities and the big stories and the matches they want to put. It's gonna be a crazy ass episode. I can't wait.
For sure. For sure, man. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a huge episode nonetheless, man. As moving on to some other plans for another legend. According to PW Insider, Goldberg, the legend,
Legend.
Goldberg, he is not slated to be in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel this weekend. Whatever WWE has planned for Goldberg and Gunther down the line, they are not currently furthering the story this weekend with Goldberg in person.
Oh, thank God, please don't ever further it. But nonetheless, this is great news. Get them out.
You know what? Speaking of that episode of uh Raw on Netflix, I could see Goldberg and Gunther being a match for either that or the Royal Rumble undercard.
I'll say either that's when the match is gonna happen or that's when the setup to the match is gonna happen. So we'll see how it goes, man. But I could definitely see that. But hey, we get at least some time from them, and let's hope this is it, and that's all. Even though it probably won't be.
Yeah, probably not. You know, Goldberg loves him
All that
some
attention.
spotlight. He loves to
Mm.
feel badass as fuck in his old age,
Oh,
even though he is not.
like, bro,
He,
just stick to your garage, bro. Like,
yeah,
bro, come on.
seriously, fix your fucking muscle cars and leave me the fuck alone.
Exactly.
You are not badass. You are not the stud from AEW or from WCW. You are not a stud from WCW. In fact,
Stay put.
there's another legend that is the stud from WCW, and he's actually 10 times more badass in his old age than Goldberg ever was. And his name is
In his
Steve Borden.
prime. Mm-hmm. Fucking the GOAT. Sting, bro.
Fuck. Um,
God, Sting is goated.
he's so goaded.
That
He's so
man, like,
fucking cool.
best old guy run ever, dude. That
100
shit was insane.
100%. 100%. I always talk about guys that would have been really cool in this current era, and you think of guys like Kurt Angle, you think of guys
Mm-hmm.
like Rob Van Dam, and you think of guys like Sting, bro. Seek and
Sting would have been
destroy
so.
in this era,
Ah,
bro.
man. All the factions nowadays he'd be going against Solo. Like, bro, that shit would go so crazy. Imagine him facing off Bloodline, fucking fighting him,
Or
man.
the
That shit would
Wyatts.
have been fine. The Wyatts, bro. Fucking the Final Testament.
What?
No? No pop?
None whatsoever.
God damn it.
Yes, you are not badass. You are not a stud from WCW. You are not the best one to come out of WCW.
He's not,
You suck.
not the, he's not the stud from WCW. He's the dud. So
Exactly.
get out of here.
I know we're gonna get it
I know we
eventually,
are.
and I am just dreading that day because I do not fucking want to see this guy in any capacity, bro. But I already know we're going to, dude.
Oh, you know it. We're gonna get the whole program. Oh, Goldberg's all this. He's a legend. He's got this record. He's got that. But we're gonna have to hear it all. Commentary's gonna be glazing them and shit.
Yep. Maybe he can get his record back from Asuka.
Fucking asshole. I
Fucking
hope
dick.
fucking dude. If I was Triple H, I'd put Gunther to destroy that man. Not an ounce of offense, just pure decimation.
Which is the funniest part is I feel Triple H put him in the realm of Gunther because
He's
Gunther is
gonna.
going to absolutely blaze him on the mic, bro. He is going
He is
to man.
embarrassing. He's gonna make him look like a fucking pussy, dude. It's gonna be insane. And I feel like if it was up to Triple H, he would just obliterate him in the match. But yeah, obviously, egos, that's not gonna happen. So
Yeah, but nonetheless, Goldberg, man. I just I do I just I am serious again, man. I'm seriously dreading seeing him every time he comes out there and he fucking screams like he's so badass and he fucking yells "You're next" like a
ugh,
fucking idiot, and it's just like, dude, you're not intimidating, bro. Like, go watch your
li-
son's football games, please. Uh,
literally the best thing he's ever done is a Christmas horror movie, and it's hilarious.
he did a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah, where he plays an evil Santa, goes around killing people. It's actually a funny movie, and that's like literally the best thing he's ever done. He played an evil Santa that ran around and killed people.
Oh, brother. Um,
It's literally the best thing he's ever did in his career.
God. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. What did he do that one time? He banged his fucking head so hard on the fucking door he concussed himself before the fucking match.
Bro, like, hey, you have pre-match CTE, bro. Like, how is that a thing? Bro, pre-game the CTE
and
before the match.
and then he proceeded to actually ram his head into the ring post 2 times in the match. Literally, literally giving us a CTE hat trick, bro. He gave us the CTE triple whammy in the match. I think it was the match with the Undertaker too, where he
I think it
fucking
was and
gave the Undertaker a shoot brain buster. What the fuck,
drop
man?
him on his fucking head. Bro pre-game some CTE, went in the ring, fucking gave him 2 more fucking bottles of CTE and then dumped Taker on his head and called it a
He
day.
gave dude a shoot brainbuster. What the fuck, man?
It was so bad. He's a legendary.
Those Saudi shows, bro. So
Oh, the original ones?
when I was
Oh,
dude, when I was doing the Crown Jewel graphics, I search up in Google so I can get the logo. I search up Crown Jewel logo, and under that I started seeing like match card images. And I seen one. Do you remember the Team Flair versus Team Hogan? It was like Rollins and a bunch of baby faces versus like heel Randy Orton. I didn't remember it either. And I was
no.
like, and then I fucking remember on Raw in I think it was like 2018 or 2019. I do remember Flair and Hogan like talking about how they were gonna assemble teams to go up
Oh,
against each other.
Flair and Hogan's team.
And I
Dude, those
was,
original fucking
dude,
Saudi something. They were legendarily shit. They would put the wow. They literally had Shawn Michaels come back there. Bro stunk it up so much he fucking hates himself for it now. Like, come on, bro. Shawn Michaels always talks about now he hated that he did that because it was so bad.
oh, 100%. And two, his actual last match, if I was Shawn Michaels, just because I gotta do one more match, bro, and it's
You
got to
have
be with
to go
somebody who's gonna
correctly.
carry me to a banger. If I'm
Gotta
Michaels,
be like AJ.
yep, I was just gonna say I'm coming back for that AJ match
You got to.
because yeah,
You can't go off on that one, dude. That one was one of the most legendary too. That fucked ass fucking match. That tag team DX versus fucking Brothers of Destruction.
oh
Fucking
man,
Zane's mask fell off for no reason.
Lars Sullivan versus Lucha House Party. I mean, bro, what the
They
fuck,
used to
man?
pull up on that shit.
Those original Saudi, like, God, we're in such a better place, dude. We're in such a
Oh,
better
it's so
place.
much better.
My man,
Like,
naysayers, bro. How the hell are you, my boy? What up,
how you
bro?
doing, bro? How you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know those Saudi shows though, bro. But anyways, yeah, not excited to see Goldberg back. I never liked him.
No,
Bro's just ass. I don't know what
not
else I'm supposed to say, man. He just fucking
He does
sucks.
2 moves. He's not cool, bro. I'm sorry.
And that is why when Vince originally brought him in after WCW closed, he was having this guy go out there and wrestle 15, 20-minute matches to fucking expose his ass. Um, and I'm glad.
I'm
But,
glad, man.
and Triple H buried him nonetheless. But, oh my
Okay.
God, Bill, I'll never forget the greatest Royal Rumble, man, when they fucking trotted out some shoot sumo wrestler because Saudi wanted Yoko fucking Zuna in the
They
match.
also they also for one of the shows asked for fucking Ultimate Warrior.
They asked for Warrior versus Savage, bro. What the fuck, dude?
At least one of them couldn't be alive, bro. Like you asked for 2 people that are like long passed away. Some for decades, some for like fucking years at that point.
I, wa- I was
You
I was gonna say at that point, bro, Yoko had been dead for probably like 20 years. Macho died probably 8 years prior to that, and Warrior died about 4 prior to that.
five, like, bro, these people.
What the
the
hell? Like, what?
Yeah. Those shows something else, bro. They were legendary.
They were just that, bro. They were just that,
News would
man.
drop about what the plan was for the next Saudi show. You'd be looking like, what? They want to get DX back together. Brothers of Destruction. What?
DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
Oh, man.
God. Um, yeah, bro. But not excited to have to see Goldberg back, and I genuinely hope that we don't have to, but I know we are. And it sucks. So, From one guy I hate to another guy that I cannot stand, Vince McMahon.
Ugh,
Oh, brother. Here we are.
another fucking. Oh god.
According to PW Insider, Vince McMahon is working on a post WWE company. Multiple
Dog.
sources with knowledge of the situation have confirmed Vince has been in the process of setting up what was described as a new entertainment hub company that he would financially back, develop, and produce film and television productions. Here we go again with this shit. The
Man.
belief amongst those is that there are no plans for the company to launch anything similar to WWE, and they would instead focus on fiction and non-fiction projects. The
So
company,
anything.
yeah, the the company is expected to be based out of the Los Angeles area, and when it officially if and when it officially launches, several WWE alumni are already working with McMahon to get the company prepped with the idea of officially unveiling it once his legal issues are resolved. Brad
Oh dang.
Blum, former WWE's former chief operating officer, is confirmed to be working on the project. Kristen Prudy, who was WWE's liaison to the Hollywood world before being let go earlier this year, is also on board. Kevin Dunn has not been involved in this new venture at all.
I mean, yeah, you don't want a camera cut every 2 seconds whenever your movie you're making, but
Yeah,
dog, just give up, dude. You're cooked. You're done. You, you're lucky you're not in prison, let alone starting a new entertainment company. Like, bro, just, just stop.
you're not gonna
Just stop. First of all,
you're not gonna be
they,
watching Vince's entertainment hub.
no, no one will. Who's gonna be like, man, I got this movie I want to make. Let me go to fucking Vince McMahon's fucking entertainment hub. Like, dude, everything that man tried to create that wasn't WWE was the biggest flop ever.
Yep.
Restaurants failed. WWE studios and
Oh,
a movie entertainment thing failed. They freaking produced that god awful Leprechaun movie. You think I'm gonna forget that shit? That movie was dog shit. What else did they make that just fucking flopped? They made a couple other things. Oh, XFL, the other big one.
yep.
Fucking
Sold it
huge
to The
flop
Rock.
twice. Fucking flopped it twice. Like, dude's a massive flop. So we'll see how it goes, man. But it's not gonna go well. It's probably not even gonna start up if you know if they're saying once the legal stuff goes away, it'll do. It's never gonna go away. The man's buried case after case with all the fucked up shit he's done. So he'll be buried in those till he's buried. So it'll probably never happen. And if it does, it's just gonna fail, dude. Who's gonna endorse it? That people are gonna be like, man, that's a name that I trust with their, thoughts. Kane, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, See No Evil was decent.
See No Evil was good. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
See
I
No
like that.
Evil.
I like they produced a couple things that were good. Like that Cena movie was really good. They produced some things, but I'll never
Yeah,
forget that Leprechaun movie.
some of Cena's movies were pretty good, and um, some of the ones when I was a kid I liked, but I don't know if they hold up today.
Oh,
Um,
wait.
what? Hold up.
Oh god.
Oh shit! There's people departing the company.
Oh shit. Right now,
Yes.
WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, Barrett. What?
Oh wow. Baron
That's all.
Corbin, Tegan Knox, and
No.
Indy Hartwell
What?
are departing WWE, and they'll be
Holy
free
shit.
agents in 90 days. Baron Corbin
Wow.
is wow.
Wow. That is fucking crazy. Holy shit, guys. Breaking news. Damn.
Damn.
That's insane, dude. I wish the best for him. That's crazy. You're letting Indy Hartwell go? Like what?
Yep, Tegan
Okay.
Knox and Indy Hartwell were released by WWE today, and Baron Corbin is leaving via contract expiration.
Wow. That is crazy, man. That's crazy, man.
Damn. Hmm. Interesting. Well, we'll get back to that in a second. Back to the Vince Entertainment Hub. Um, damn. Wow. Um, so back to this. It does say in here that he is going to financially back this, and it's officially going to be unveiled once his legal issues are resolved. So,
Yeah, right. Never gonna happen.
uh, meanwhile, last week another case opened up for the Ring Boy scandal on top of all the other ones that he's currently up against. So,
Like the fucking Joker being like, yeah, man, once my case is solved, I'm back out there. Like, bro, you ain't never getting out, bro.
no, he's not. He's not. So yeah, this is yeah, man. I mean, this is this is something that in all honesty, bro, is probably not going to happen unless Vince is going to do the incredibly ballsy move and unveil it before all his legal stuff is done. And if that's the case, not a lot of people are going to work with him because not a lot of people are going to want to be involved with that reputation and Vince's reputation. So this is honestly something, it just sounds like Vince McMahon is trying to get back out into the limelight, which even even with that, if the rumors are true about his health deteriorating, then this is probably something that is going to be nothing more than a pipe dream, and it's never going to get off the ground in the first place. And again,
Mm,
even if it does get off the ground, I highly doubt this is something that is even successful, because there's been a lot of things and a lot of ventures that Vince McMahon took that don't necessarily pay off. But then again, he did have WWE as his main focus. So now that he doesn't have WWE as his main focus, then then maybe it will be something he decides to stick with. But even at that, man, I honestly don't think this is something that really goes too far.
no, I don't think it is.
So yeah, um, well, from one person that gets a lot of deserving backlash to another person who's been getting undeserved backlash, Samantha Irvin. According to the Observer, someone from WWE claimed that Jade Cargill faces similar criticism from AEW fans when she left, as Samantha Irvin is currently experiencing now from WWE fans. Cargill did not react because WWE does not allow talent to respond to fans in that realm.
Good. It's such a good thing. I'm so glad they do that. That's like the best thing you could ever do
100%.
is just shut up and prove them wrong. That's all you gotta do.
Yep.
Shut up, prove them wrong, and then they look like idiots.
If they do, most of the time they'll be told to take it down. But the person that said many in WWE respected Irvin's decision to leave, but after some of the recent social media posts and comments, they were not happy about that aspect because she was gone and they could not force her to take it down. Well, WWE, that is a part of the game. She is not.
That's how the game works.
Yes, she is not employed by you anymore. She can say whatever the fuck she wants. But I will say this. I was very shocked she did not like announcing.
I'm very shocked. That's crazy. You know how good you gotta be at something to not like it and still be the best at it? That's insane work. Like, dude, I hope she finds success in what she wants to find success in, because if she found that success in something she didn't want to find success in,
Yeah.
I could only imagine.
100%, bro. 100%. So, um I was very shocked, but at the end of the day, man, if that's how she feels, bro, who is
Feels
anybody to tell her that she's wrong? I mean, of course we can sit here and tell her, man, for somebody who didn't like it, you were damn fucking good at your job. But hey, man, if she didn't like it, bro, I mean, I seen a lot
all
of
good
fans
work.
going crazy about this and being very upset that she didn't like being a ring announcer. But at the end of the day, bro, if she didn't like it, I mean, again, who who are you
You
to?
do, yeah, make
Yeah,
like fucking wrestling. She didn't like it, man. How can you betray the fans? How can you do something you don't like? I don't know, motherfucker. It's called a job. Everyone's got to do it to some extent. You think every wrestler loves every aspect of their job? There's so many
yeah,
parts where people hate. That's part of a job. Even your dream job, there's always parts of it you're not gonna like that suck, because that's what life is, people. Good lord.
yeah. Do you think wrestlers love, being on the road and being away from
Like,
their family and spending most of their time in a fucking airport waiting for
like,
flights and dealing with
well,
ignorant ass fucking
I was gonna
airline employees and shit?
think they want to fucking deal with not only the airline, system and employees, but fucking fat marks walking up to you to sign their fucking pile of fucking figures for them to sell. Like, no, I'm
Hey,
not, I'm not signing your shit. Fuck you. I'm not
you signed
signing
my
that.
fucking donut box? Like, I mean,
Like, bro, like, no, no, people hate that aspect. You got people like Mercedes who would always fucking be called a dick for like no selling them, but do you blame her? Fucking wrestling fans are freaks. They don't
yep,
want to fucking talk to you while I'm at the airport. Like, what?
yep, yep. Um,
God,
So yeah, man, that is the news on WWE, I guess, being upset with Samantha Irvin, bro, for not wanting to be a ring announcer. But then again, she did go on to say other things. She went on to say other things about like how she wanted to be a GM or a manager or something like that, and WWE did not see anything other than a ring announcer in her. That I honestly can't blame WWE for because she was so good at her job. Uh,
I was
I
gonna say,
I don't blame them for not seeing much other than a ring announcer in her anyways, and that's not to say anything about her talent and that she can't do anything other than be a ring announcer, but she was just so good at being a ring announcer. I could see why they looked at Samantha and were like, "Wow, you're our girl. You're the one we want to go with for the next 20 fucking years as a ring announcer because
mhm.
she was so good at it." Um,
And for jobs and businesses, that's what they all do. They get someone that's good in a role, and they'll keep them there forever if they can. Because why move that person up, and you have to find someone and make someone into that role when you already got it. It's what all jobs do. Fucking entertainment, fucking on the ground jobs is what they all do. So you, as a worker, you gotta be careful to not, in it at the end of the day, not be too good at one thing, so you're not stuck doing that one thing.
definitely, definitely, man. And
Look at Cody, he's the fucking Boy Scout, and now he can't fucking stop being the fucking Boy Scout.
he's stuck in that role.
Like, dude.
But but yeah, man. I mean, but again, but I also do get her frustration of okay, I want to
Oh yeah.
leave because you guys don't see anything else in me. But again, I don't blame WWE for not wanting to see her as anything
Like,
else other than a ring announcer. So
this is like the most normal job like leaving in like WWE history, and the fans were like so shocked by it. Like, bro, this is how a job works.
well, they don't
This
have those.
they don't have those. No, they just have fucking meals every day. I don't know how they get so big and they don't have a job, but hey, that they manage it.
Yeah. Um. Speaking of somebody staying with their job and staying with WWE in particular, Liv Morgan, on Impulsive, she revealed that she just signed a new 5-year deal. She says her 5-year plan, is WWE.
Good. I mean, I didn't expect nonetheless, man. So, obvious re-signing, a good re-sign. I like Liv. A lot of people don't like Liv, I like Liv, so I'm glad she resigned.
Yeah, I think she's fine. I don't. I mean,
I think
again,
she's good. She's not
she's
no
not
Becky,
Asuka
but
in the ring,
yeah,
but
you know what I
it,
mean. She's
yeah,
not a talent like Oscar or Becky, but she's good. She's
wow,
solid out, to have
look
on
at
the roster.
look at you talking good about Becky Lynch. I never fucking thought I'd hear the day.
I like Becky. There was just a lot of Becky for a long time, and this break was severely needed, but they damn near knit her back at this point. So,
I miss Bex. I miss Bex so much, bro. Yeah, yeah. Even being a huge Becky guy myself,
it was too much.
there was a lot of years where I was just like I couldn't stand what they turned her into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like the big time backs. She was dressing like how Seth does, but it just wasn't working.
yeah.
Like the extravagant look just wasn't
The
working for
Lady
me, dog.
Gaga like exotic
Yeah,
looks. Yeah.
like he's not built for. She not doesn't have that vibe to her. She doesn't give
No,
off that aura.
no.
She's just
She's a
badass.
badass Irish chick. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the crux of what Becky Lynch was built off of, bro. But yeah, and Becky, even
She's a feather.
Becky's yeah, even Becky's somebody that a lot of people like to give slack for in ring skill to, but yeah,
She's great in the ring. She's just doesn't
but
do nothing crazy flashy. So people, she doesn't have nothing that you could put in like a 5 second clip on Twitter, so they just think she's not great in the ring. That's what
100%.
she's one of those people where if she nowadays a lot for people, if you're not flashy, they don't think you're good. That's it. She
Yep.
doesn't have a flashy move. Like even though she does, she has great moves. She just doesn't have a internet flashy move, so they don't think she's a good wrestler. That's
That
literally it.
that is why some people I see call Gunther boring is
Yeah.
because and that right there tells me you have never watched a Gunther match or a Walter.
No.
That sure lets me know you never watched a Walter match because
Oh
if you
man.
have the and I see people do it all the time. They call him boring. And
Oh, him boring.
and I think right there you've never watched a Gunther match because that
Um,
the whole point of him is that he is going to no bullshit dissect you, bro. He is going to
like,
dissect you from head to toe and absolutely just fucking destroy. He's going to destroy you mentally, he's going to destroy you physically. He and again,
like,
if he's not able to do it in the time he thinks in his character, then he starts to break. And that's what
mhm,
is so beautiful about the
so
Walter, the
great.
Gunther character, bro. Um,
And people cannot call anyone in the ring boring. Bro, if you were watching 2017 to 2019 Randy Orton, you cannot call anybody boring in the fucking ring. Ever.
we all
That
know
was
Sir
some of
K
the
be fucking with that Orton stuff.
bro, the Orton stop. And dude, it'd be like a 40-second sequence of just stomp. Slowly build it up. Stomp. Slowly build it up. Stomp. Dude, it was some of the worst shit I've ever seen, dude. It was so bad. Oh
uh,
man. Fuck, that man was boring for that era.
yeah, wow. I never thought I'd hear the day Sir K glazes Becky Lynch.
I
Wow.
like Becky. I do. The man run was legendary, man.
Whoo, God,
That shit
bro.
was
That
legendary.
was man, that was I was
That
going
run alone
through
with fame.
dude, it really was, bro. I was going through a all my retro wrestling shirts the other day because I was moving them into a different storage bin, and I came across my The Man shirt, and I was just like, man, wow,
Ah,
what a special time that was, bro. What a special
it
time that
really was.
was. She was so sick, dude. But yes, I miss her very much. I miss Becky, bro. Hey man, you
Um,
know, for Baron Corbin, I
it's
honestly think
unfortunate.
it is unfortunate, bro, but and he did have flashes of good stuff, but honestly, in this current stage of Baron Corbin, man, I just don't think he
I think it's
fit
just
what
time.
WWE was looking for
He
right now.
can't. Yeah, it doesn't fit what they are now. They they just don't want Baron Corbin, and I think Baron Corbin, he had a good run. I think he had what it was. I think I saw a tweet that it was a 12-year run or
It was,
something.
yeah.
He had a good run, dude. He had some really good moments. One of the best theme songs
Mm-hmm.
in the fucking modern era. So it sucks that he's gone, man. But I think both parties are gonna be fine without it. I think Baron Corbin just like staying at home grilling anyway. So
For sure. And Baron was more of a Vince guy.
he was,
Right. He
yeah,
he was
he
more
was,
of a he was a guy that was pushed as heavy as he was for a little bit of time because Vince wanted to see something in him because he was tall and he had a dominating presence and he was just more of a just Baron Corbin just screams Vince mid card guy, right? And I think, I just don't think Triple H seen as much in him as Vince did.
no.
Similar to Bobby Lashley, right? We just seen Bobby Lashley leave. Bobby Lashley was a Vince guy through and through. We all know Vince loves his physiques and his
I mean, he,
you know,
he named some after him, so I know he loved him.
brother. So that's the kind of stuff that Vince liked. And then Triple H sees a guy like Bobby and it doesn't exactly fit. Triple H is of the indie spirit, man. He's kind of going to
He is.
want those smaller flashier guys with a mix
No,
of
some bigger guys. He likes husky big guys. He doesn't really love like muscle, pure
mhm,
shredded muscle. Big. He likes his Bronson Reeds. He's like he
big
that
guys who
type
can
of.
wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. He likes his War Raiders. He likes those type of big guys.
Yes, and not that Bobby can't wrestle. I just think Bobby's style doesn't fit what Triple H wants. If Triple H wants a big guy, like Sir K said, he's looking for a guy like Obafemi. He's looking for a guy like
Mhm.
Bronson Reed. He's looking for a guy like Ivar. He's looking for a guy like
Like
um
Gunther. I wouldn't classify Gunther as big. He used to be, as Walter, but now
yeah,
he's just more tall than he. But he likes his he likes his husky guys.
no doubt. But the thing with Bobby, I love Bobby going to AEW because it's something fucking different than what we get
Different.
in
Exactly.
AEW.
He's
We don't
he's
really get
completely different.
guys. Yeah, we don't really get guys that look like him in AEW. We kind of get the smaller, guys and they wrestle
That's great.
similar, which is great.
Mhm.
Yeah, but you need some contrast in there, right?
Mhm.
you need a on a page full of black and white, man, you need some fucking you need some highlighter in there a little bit, bro.
Mhm.
You need something, you need you need something that's gonna stick out a little. And Bobby, coming over to AEW is different because we'll be able to get to see him work with guys that have opposing styles to him, and pretty much a whole company of that, really. And I think it's gonna be great for him, man. But
Think so, dude.
I hope. Well, I mean, on
It
paper,
all depends
it
on
can be
Tony
great
Khan.
for him, but it all depends on how Tony books him, which I don't know if Tony Khan's going to like Bobby Lashley all that much because he doesn't really
He's
fit
not
what Tony Khan likes.
he's not fucking the match gods, that he's looking for, man. So, I don't know, I hope they treat him well. Again, it's not about Bobby, it's about fucking Tony Khan. Now you could fucking man, Bobby Lashley versus Kenny Omega. If that can happen, it needs to happen. That shit'll be fired. You got so many people that styles will clash so crazy with a guy like Lashley. But yeah, I think that's
There,
definitely the case with Corbin.
for me, there's three names that I look at Bobby Lashley and I say to myself, I really want to see him face these guys.
Hmm.
Will Osprey, because Will Osprey is high flying and he's very heavy hitting, and I think that would go cool with the way Bobby wrestles. Takeshita for the same reasons. Well, not the high flying part, but Takeshita is very hard hitting, and I think that would be
Very.
really nice against Bobby. And the third one, almost any big guy, I think I would like to see this guy go up against, just because of the way he sells. But Darby Allin,
Oh, Darby would sell dude. Him taking the Hurt Lock, bro. That
dude,
man would be. Oh, that would be insane. That would be phenomenal.
one of my biggest dream matches of all time is Darby Allin versus Brock Lesnar, because Darby Allin taking a Brock German suplex
He
would
would pull himself like a lawn chair.
dude, that would be one of the craziest, like that would just be nuts. I think that would be an insane match. And we all know how Brock works with smaller guys, so I think that would be insane. But back to Baron Corbin, got sidetracked. But yeah, I just don't think for the same reasons that Lashley didn't work out in WWE, I think that's why they let Baron go. But that's a good question. That's a good question, Johnny, and I like the name. And yeah, I think that I think that's why it didn't work out, man. But going over to Belle's comment, because I find that very interesting. She says, can I have my Jamie Hayter back? I don't know why she's looking like Becky Lynch 2.0, and it's making me sad. I beg. Belle, Jamie Hayter with the red hair and that, like, 1970s, like, colorful, like, clothes she's been wearing. Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That looks like that looks like a fucking character out of Zombies in Spaceland. I mean, what is that, dude? Dude. Oh my! I don't know
Not
what.
even the look for me. I don't mind the look at the end of the day, but like, can they fucking do something with her, bro? Like, you have her pacing Penelope Ford. That's your fucking first problem. Like, who cares? Like, bro, they just they just needed to actually do something valuable with her on that fucking show.
100%. 100%. Yeah, that I don't know. For me, man, that look is it's just weird, bro. It is, again. She looks like fucking Becky Lynch. She looks like Becky Lynch, and she looks like the fucking mother out of The Conjuring 2. I mean, it's just, I don't know that. And then on top of that, you have to deal with the booking, so that's a whole nother fucking problem in itself. But
Mhm.
I don't know, man. Give me Jamie Hayter back, bro. Man.
God, give me some fucking booking back. Good lord.
Seriously, bro. The Rock, my boy, the Glazer. According to Fightful Select, sources within WWE claim that the company is a priority for The Rock, and he's expected to be in the fold here and there in sporadic fashion.
Dude,
Some
he's here
higher
for the
ups.
company.
What happened?
He's definitely here for the company, man. He's gonna be
Yeah.
there in sporadic fashion.
Yeah. Oh my god, she'll look like Daphne, bro. Oh
Oh
lord.
yeah, that's what she was wearing on Wednesday. That was like her Halloween costume.
God, because she dressed up as fucking Jamie Hayter for Halloween.
I mean, I wasn't mad at it.
I bet you weren't. Um, some higher ups said that The Rock has made clear he's a part of the family, and he will appear when he's able. So you're not a part of the family. You're like a distant cousin.
It's the best headline I've ever read. Brock is here. He's gonna be in it. He sees this as family, but he's gonna only be here when he's got the time and when he's available, because he's not always available because he's got to like.
So you're not a part of the fucking family.
Dude, that is the greatest story you've ever read. That is like a Tony Khan story right there. Just completely contradicted itself every sentence. Great, I love it.
It's a high priority for The Rock, and he's expected to be in the fold here and there in sporadic fashion. So it's not a high priority. Okay.
I love The Rock, man.
And with that, The Rock's appearance at WWE Bad Blood did not have a lot of heavy planning, but the possibility became a reality in the weeks prior. This led to Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes' tag team match main eventing the PLE. So right there, and now that we're removed away from Bad Blood and we haven't seen much of The Rock since, he literally just came out, which I thought
That was
regardless
cool anyway.
was it was
Cool
it, it
tease.
It definitely was. But if he was not going to show up, why couldn't you just start the show with that?
Dude, it would have been easy to start the show. People in the middle of the show rumblings about The Rock and what you had it there, bro. Just start the show off that, show The Rock, boom, next match. Crazy. Crazy starts to the show. Imagine also, you don't want to start the show off like that. You get people, oh, The Rock just showed up. Let me tune in for the rest of the show. Let me
Yeah.
see what happens just in case.
Yep.
That's a great system, dude. Do it
One.
like that. You don't have to save everything for the end.
Because most of what people were excited for, anyways, was the Hell in a Cell match.
Exactly. So people stay for the Hell in a Cell match, and you're gonna get people tuning in because The Rock just showed up, and then they hear, oh, it's the Hell in a Cell match main eventing. All right, I'll see how it goes. Perfect system.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't know. And right there, again, it really goes to show that although the Bad Blood return was cool and all, it's absolutely something that could have just opened the show if you were going to do what you did, and that is nothing
No,
afterwards because the company is not a priority for The Rock. Okay,
no,
it it is
not at
nowhere
all.
near a priority for The Rock. He is going to be there when he can, and that is not a priority. Um, Now with that, sources at the Intuit Dome were hopeful the Rock would be present for the first Raw on Netflix, and there is buzz internally for it, though it is not confirmed. I did
I
see
think
that
he
like
will.
Cody and the Bloodline were on the promotional poster for that show, so I could
He-
absolutely see The Rock showing up there. And if, you know, if he is a part of the family and here for the company and it's a high priority, he would make it a priority to make that show. So hopefully
I
he
think
will be
he
there,
will.
and I think he will.
I think he will. They're getting everybody for that show. I think it's gonna be massive, so I think he'll be there. But that is probably the greatest news story you've ever read.
Well, thank you.
That is fucking hilarious.
So always love talking about Rocky. What a
I love
guy.
a rock. Dude.
What a guy. Um with that man, John Cena. According to the Observer, there is strong talk about John Cena potentially challenging one of WWE's world champions, possibly at WrestleMania, aiming to break Ric Flair's title record. This is interesting, man. This is interesting. And this is something that I definitely predicted for sure. John Cena, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, with John Cena and his whole plan surrounding the world title, the farewell tour and the world title, because like I said then, and I'll say it again, I definitely think that that is going to be the whole story behind John Cena's farewell run. Is it's going to be a story of him finding himself, and because he hasn't won a singles match since like 2018, and it's going to be a story of him finding himself and one more time bringing out the prime John Cena that's still left in him, and it's going to capture him one more world title. And I think that he's the guy that they want to go with as he's the guy that they want to go with as the guy who holds the most world titles in company history.
Exactly. So it's very interesting to see who and how they're gonna do it all. I feel like they might do it so he fails at Mania, but then gains it later that year. Maybe that's really what I see. Something like that happen. But who knows how they're gonna do it? I trust them. So I'm excited to see how they're doing it, man. But good nonetheless.
100%. 100%. Yes, John Cena will be bringing out the golden shovel in him one last time. He will envision Gunther or Cody as Alex Riley, and he will
Very poor
bury
soul.
them one last time, bro. But no, I think that's what it's gonna be, bro. I think that's what it's gonna be, and I think that's what WWE wants him as. I think he is like the poster child for everything WWE, and I think they want him to have that record, and
I think they do.
Yeah, and John has said before, he's never the kind of guy, he's never going to be the kind of guy to tell the company no. And that goes back so many years, bro, to where people say, well, why does Vince love Cena so much? Because Cena's not going to tell them no. He's going to do
Yeah,
whatever. He's easy to work with. um
exactly.
he's so easy to work with, and he's everything you envision in a top guy. He is just again, I mean, there's a reason he is one of the celebrities in the world with one of the celebrities in the world with the least amount of haters, is because
Hmm.
he's a tremendous guy, and he's absolutely just everything you want as a top guy in the company, man. And he, whether it's Gunther or whether it's whoever the WWE champion is, man, I think he beats one of them, bro. I think he beats one of them, and I want to see it. I want to see him hold that record.
Definitely, I want to see it, and I think in some variation it'll happen.
Yes, sir. So yes, I think it's about time we give that honor to the GOAT. And yeah, like I said, it really just goes back, and it really just goes to show why exactly Vince loves Cena so much, is because he's not gonna ever be the guy to say, well, I don't want to work with that guy, or I don't want to put him over, or I don't want to do. I mean, unless you're Alex Riley, but he's gonna do what the company wants, bro. And if that's what the company wants, then he's gonna do it. And that's why they love Cena so much. And
Hmm.
he needs to be bestowed with that honor, bro. He needs to be bestowed with that honor as the most world champions and world championships in company history, man. So yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yes, and I think it's going to be a phenomenal story to tell. Um, so yes, he absolutely did earn it for sure. Understatement, he earned it for sure. That is an understatement, but yes, he did. He absolutely did earn it. And with that, man, Rhea Ripley, man, damn. So, according to the Observer, Rhea Ripley has a fractured orbital bone.
Oh,
So the injury that WWE announced is pretty much legit. It happened last week, and she is going to be out for a while. So the injury that WWE announced was a segment of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez basically beating her head in with a bat. And Rhea Ripley was found laying in the NXT parking lot, all bloodied up and whatever. And it seems as if the spot originally happened from a headbutt spot when she confronted Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on the October 21st edition of Monday Night Raw per PW Insider. And also from PW Insider, she has been pulled from this weekend's Raw tapings, and there is no timeline on for her return, but it is a fractured orbital socket.
man, that sucks, dude. But it always sucks when someone comes back, they have a big comeback, they're doing work, and then they get injured again. I mean, look at happened to Adam Cole. That shit sucks, dude. So I really wish the best man in, and this story ain't ending until Mania.
Yes, and it is said that the injury, most people recover for depending on the severity of the fracture, most people do recover from a few weeks to a few months. And I'm also seeing that with surgery it can take about 4 to 8 weeks. Without surgery
Well,
it can take about um 3 to 6 weeks, so
that ain't too bad.
about two
That's not as bad
months.
as I thought. Yeah.
And if it's 2 months, I'm seeing a lot of people saying at WrestleMania, Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley. I'm seeing
I can see
people
it.
say that. I could see that with Rhea finally getting the title back, thus keeping Becky strong. I could see something like that, or I could see WWE doing Rhea versus Liv in just a regular one-on-one match, bro. So I could see I could see all these possibilities happening, but either way, I think we are looking at Liv Morgan holding on to the women's championship until WrestleMania,
Definitely, I think so.
as opposed to what I originally thought was that she was going to drop it at either Saturday night's main event or maybe around Royal Rumble time or something like that. But what's really interesting about this is the women's War Games match.
Yeah, that's what
I
you do now.
I don't see a lot of people talking much about this, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. But a lot of people are, like I said, a lot of people aren't covering this, man, and a lot of people aren't talking about what can happen now. But I thought the whole point of War Games was going to be Team Rhea versus Team Liv.
I think it was.
I have an idea, but what
Okay.
do you think they do now, bro?
Off the whim, I can't tell you right now.
Well, I thought of something.
Okay.
This may piss some people, maybe on the main roster, off, but to my knowledge, you promoted a 5-on-5 tag team match with the women on NXT for the Philadelphia ECW show. It was Fatal Influence and it was the Fatal Influence. It was Roxanne and Cora, and on the other team, it was Stephanie Vacker, Julia, Zariah, Kalani Jordan, and Jordan Grace. And it was,
Mm.
like I said, it was Fatal Influence, which is Jasmine Nix, Fallon Henley, and JC
Oh, sir.
Jane.
Well, certain friend's gonna be happy about that one.
Yes, he is.
Best wrestler in the world, apparently.
Versus Roxanne and Cora Jade. I could very well see them doing something like that. And again, it may piss women on the main roster off, but to be 100% honest, bro, that might be what you have to do now. And that is also a pretty cool way you can get William Regal to announce the War Games match.
I don't say I would like that. I think, I think that's the best way to do it at this point. All the other women on the main roster are really just in like one-on-one things,
Mm-hmm.
so it really wouldn't make sense to fucking just makeshift a war games match out of nowhere. You got something building up in NXT, might as well go do it. Those women are great. Be a great showcase for them, and I'd say do it. I like that idea.
Yeah, and if if maybe you don't want to, if you don't feel comfortable throwing certain people in the War Games cage, you could also kind of replace some people with
Current
maybe Liv
people.
and Raquel, or
Mm-hmm.
you could maybe replace like a Jordan Grace with, or maybe they do put Jordan Grace in there, but if you don't want to do that, you could always put a baby face in there like a Bianca Belair or something. I don't know. They can make it work, but maybe something along the lines of that. And plus, the reason I say that is because I'm thinking about 4 women in this instance that I think would thrive off a main roster spotlight. Roxanne Perez, Zarya,
Mm-hmm.
Julia, and Stephanie Vacker.
Oh, 100%.
I think putting them in front of a main roster audience would be really cool and really refreshing, and a lot of people would. I think a lot of people would dig that. To be honest, bro, I think a lot of people would dig it, and I think it would be very cool.
I think so. I think it'd be a very great showcase. Get eyes on NXT. I think it would do nothing but positives.
For sure, man. Deshaun, what up, bro? Thank you for joining
Hey,
us.
how you doing, man? Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think that would be very cool, and I would like to see it because at this point, bro, I was never in love with what people thought of for the women's war games anyway. Um, which was I seen people throwing together like Bianca and Jade with Damage Control and Rhea Ripley versus like Liv and a bunch of random. I was never in love with that
No.
anyway. I think Rhea. I even think if Rhea wasn't hurt, her teaming with the NXT women would have been pretty cool. Being that they
Oh,
kind
I
of just
get it.
teased, like Rhea and Zaraya and or Zaria and uh Vacker and Julia, all with Rhea Ripley, I think would have been really nice. But it should be interesting to see. And at this point, bro, NXT's women's division is so good. Fuck it, dude. Throw them in the cage.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Might as well.
Um, Speaking of one NXT women, I think would be very cool in the cage, just because her moveset is very, I think, could do very well in the cage. Sol Ruka,
Oh, definitely. 100%.
yes, they call her the female Will Osprey. And I think she would be, I think she would be pretty tough in the cage, bro. I think she would.
Wonder if she
Um,
can shake her head and yell, "I'm nothing like him."
all right. Um, so yeah, I fig I've been seeing just off the brief second I clicked on Twitter as this news dropped. I did see a lot of people are upset about Baron Corbin, which is going to be
It
fine.
is
And
what it
again,
is.
he wasn't doing anything anyway.
Exactly.
Sucks to see for sure. Sucks to see the man lose his job, but at the end of the day, man, WWE did not really do much to ensure you that Baron Corbin was in the best of hands. All right. The WWE ID program. Well, they put out this press release, as you can see on your very screen. WWE launches new indie wrestling development program. WWE ID, or the WWE Independent Development, is to identify, support, and develop independent wrestling schools and wrestling talent. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, and Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy amongst first schools to receive official WWE ID designation. October 29th, 2024. WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings, today announced the launch of a first of its kind developmental program designed to provide an upcoming independent wrestlers a pathway to a potential career in WWE. The program will be called WWE ID, short for WWE Independent Development. WWE ID is its latest in our efforts to support and identify the journey of up and coming wrestlers, in turn raising the profile and strengthening the independent wrestling ecosystem, said WWE Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque. Following the 2021 launch of WWE's Next in Line program, WWE ID has been constructed to support independent wrestling prospects and wrestling schools with a world-class training and development and mentorship. Under the WWE program, WWE will provide prominent independent wrestling schools with the official WWE ID designation, with the goal of providing new trainees and existing talent with the select institutions with enhanced developmental opportunities. Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, based out of Houston, Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory, Atlanta, Seth Rollins' Black and Brave Academy, Davenport, Iowa, Elite Pro Wrestling Training Center in Concord, New Hampshire, and Knox Pro Academy, Los Angeles, which I believe is Rikishi School, and are the first WWE ID wrestling schools to earn the official designation. Additionally, WWE ID will identify top independent wrestling prospects with an official prospect designation, which will support their developmental journey by providing financial opportunity and assisting with training, mentorship, and development, including access to world-class facilities, best-in-class ring training, athletic trainers, and more. WWE ID will give fans the opportunity to follow the paths of these standout prospects on the independent wrestling scene through curated behind-the-scenes content, as well as highlights and matches showcased across WWE platforms. This
That's
is
insane.
going to monopolize the business.
Oh god, those fucking fans, man.
WWE
Those-
killed indie
They're,
wrestling from today
they're killing it. They're trying to take everything, man. Like, bro,
by teaming
what?
with 5 out of the many independent promotions in the world and all the many pro wrestling schools. WWE is monopolizing by taking 5 as
5 of them,
WWE ID
man.
designations.
Like, dude,
Wow, this is pretty fucking cool. If you are in one of these schools or going to one of these schools, like our great friend, our brother, Mr. Manager Logan.
hey,
Dude, I've been telling everybody all fucking week how excited I am for you. I mean, I was excited for you to begin with, but again, now that, especially after this drop, bro, I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for you, and you know how I feel about it, bro. I think the sky's the limit, bro. But this is actually pretty fucking cool, man. This is pretty cool. So, and what I view this as, and I don't know why people are so upset about this. They have the next in line program for people out of college, people playing sports. You didn't think Triple H was going to do something to connect WWE to independence?
like, they, people shit on them for not connecting to the independent scene, but when they connect to it, oh, they're just trying to monopolize it.
Can't win.
Like, dude, like, you can't win. Like, dude, they want people from everywhere. They want athletes. They want indie guys. They want trainees. They want everything. They want to test every person that could come in and out of that company and that system. Like, bro,
Yeah, I mean, you can't win, bro. You can't win. You know, they don't do anything like this, and oh, all they want is football players and shot put guys and track stars and all this stuff. But you connect yourself to the indies scene, and now you're trying to monopolize the business. So which one is it?
you want
But
to never touch them or like what?
yeah, bro, but nonetheless, dude, again, they have connections to college programs through the Next in Line program. You didn't think Triple H being that Triple H's best era of NXT, well, for a long time, not even the best era, but NXT in general was Triple H scouting the indies. You didn't think
That's
at
all it
some
was.
point Triple H was going to put something in place
Get
that
people.
gets and scouts talent from the independent scene. Triple H loves independent guys. He always
Mhm.
has.
That's his bread and butter. That's why a lot of these Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley guys are not in the company anymore, or not gonna be, because that's not the type of Triple H guy. Triple H like his fucking indie guys. You know what? Like, come on, people.
No, man, absolutely, bro. I think this is great news, man. This is basically a next in line program, but for the indie scene.
Oh,
And
100%.
they're working, and again, they're not monopolizing shit. There's a bunch of independent promotions that are still around. There's a bunch of them. There is freelance, there's DPW, GCW, House of Glory. There's all these different places where people train and people work in these independent promotions, and all these other wrestling schools create a
Matter of
pro.
Black is one.
Black has one. I believe Brian Kendrick has one. I mean, there's so many
I
fucking
want to go that
people.
one.
There's so many people that have come out of other schools, bro. So again, there's all these different types of schools, and people are mad about them. There's people are mad about them going to or working with 5 of them. Um you know how it is, bro. You know how it is. Like I said,
Never came in.
all these different schools, so many different schools, bro. Yet people are
Or
people are
man.
making a big deal over 5 of them, and WWE working with them. But that's how it is, bro. That's how it is. You can't win. You cannot win.
Oh,
So There are a couple specifics on the WWE ID program, but yeah, like I said, dude, this is this is basically a next in line program, but for independent talent, and it's a great thing. It is a
It
great
is.
thing, and it is something that's going to help a lot of independent talent get seen before they come to NXT. So,
It is. It's gonna help a lot of people.
so Gabe Sapolsky apparently will be overseeing the WWE ID program. In recent years, he's done a lot of scouting at different schools and independent events. Again, this is great.
Good.
And I reiterate, they're only working with 5 schools, okay? They're working with 5 schools of all people that I believe are close to the company. And again, it is not monopolizing the business, bro. Again, there are laundry lists of wrestling schools and wrestlers that own wrestling schools and all this type of stuff. It is okay, people. It is
It's
okay.
literally gonna be great. Like, stop complaining, please.
Yes, and so that comes from PW Insider and several independent wrestlers, according to Brandon Thurston. Several independent wrestlers are already under contracts with WWE related to the WWE ID program. It was confirmed that the deals allow them to continue appearing at indie wrestling events. A source familiar with the program clarified that there are no current restrictions on where contracted talent on where contracted independent talent can appear or whether they can lose matches. Again, there is no clause on that, and if there ever is a clause on they can't be losing matches, then WWE should just sign them. Because if
Yeah.
you care that much, then you need to sign these guys. But if you just want them under the ID program, WWE should not have a clause in who can lose and all that kind of stuff. Because again, if you care that much about a certain individual, then you should just sign them.
Exactly.
So um and with that, a lot of people have been asking how this pertains to AEW. Brian Alvarez decided to shed some light on it on the Observer. He so the implications so he was asked, what are the implications if AEW extends an offer to an independent wrestler bound by one of WWE's independent development contracts? He says, if you're under this deal, it's essentially if you get an offer from AEW and you're under one of those deals, you do have to tell WWE first. They have the right to say, okay, well, we want to sign you to a deal and send you to NXT, or they can say, go for it, take the offer, we're not interested.
Look at that. Everything they thought it would be isn't. It's just, yeah, build yourself up, and if we like you, we'll take you. If we don't like you, we won't take you. Simple as that.
Yeah. And if these guys get a better deal from AEW, then all they have
We'll
to do
go
is tell
there.
WWE. If WWE doesn't want to match the offer, then they say, okay, take the offer.
All right,
Go
goodbye.
for it.
Go ahead. Yeah, exactly. It's really that fucking simple, man.
So there's basically no ties other than scouting, which is why I don't understand why people are freaking out about this, dude. They are literally just helping these guys get known and helping them with their development. If they want to go to NXT, they have a choice. If they want to go to a different company and go elsewhere, then they have the choice. Then they have the choice. So what is the big deal? This is again, this is something, and a lot of people aren't looking at it from the perspective of people that are actually in these schools. People are looking at this through their tribalistic mentality,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking at this as, this is something wrong that WWE is doing. But again, like it just said, they're able to go elsewhere if WWE doesn't want to match the deal or if they don't want to sign them, and they don't have any hands in where they're booked, or they don't have any hands in if they can lose or not. So what is the big deal other than people being tribalistic? This is something WWE is doing to help develop talent, and it's something, and it's doing something to help independent talent nonetheless. So that is it's a great thing, and it's something that Triple H absolutely was going to eventually do.
Literally, obviously something he was gonna do, and I'm glad he did it, and it's gonna be a great system, man, and it's crazy, dude, and it's great.
Yeah, man. So that is basically all the ins and outs so far of what we know of the WWE Independent Development Program. As it's a great thing, bro. It's a great thing, man. And this is something again that I absolutely would have seen Triple H doing anyways, being that there is a next in line program to cater to colleges and college sports programs and scouting talent from those programs. Now you're scouting talent that actually is from independent wrestling, bro. So it's a great thing, and why people are so upset about it, I have no idea. But you know how they are at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, that is all the news we have here today for you guys, man. Now moving on here to the crown jewel predictions. Well, starting you guys off, we have the women's tag team championships. We have Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven and Chelsea Green versus, and that's another good point too. Financially supporting some of these talent is crazy, bro. It's crazy that yeah, like
People are mad at that. You're not just wrestling for a handshake and a hot dog anymore. You could actually, wrestle to pay a bill.
yep, 100%, 100%. Yeah, and but that's also that is also something that these fans do not see looking through their tribalistic eyes. It is something that they do
Yeah.
not see in the slightest, bro. But yeah, and I mean, for how many fucking years have we heard about? For how many years have we heard about these independent guys? Being broke, living out of their cars, staying on people couch surfing and all this sort of stuff, bro. But yeah, I mean it's insane that it's insane how much WWE has changed, and it's insane that they're even doing this in the first place, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just doesn't seem like a very WWE thing to do,
No.
based off how we know them. But based off how we
Change.
know them. But yeah, dude. I mean, it's insane, man. It's insane how much, and it's a great thing, bro. It's a great thing. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, people got to people got to put their AEW 2 cents in. So even though they can go there anyway, so I don't know what they're upset about, but
Literally.
it is what it is. You know how it is. Which, meanwhile, half the talent that AEW signs that are original guys just from the indies, they don't end up doing shit with anyways.
No. Exactly.
But anyways, um oh, Bell says Zilla Fatu. I see a lot of people saying, well, Zilla's gonna get signed. I feel Zilla was gonna get signed anyway, bro. It don't matter
It's
if
gonna
there was
sign no matter what.
he's more on their radar now, and obviously like he's going to be featured on WWE programming now, but that man was getting scooped up anyway, bro. Like that man 110% was going to WWE, and he might as well already be WWE bound now, bro. He's basically just earning his stripes now and it's only because he's so new to wrestling, bro. But yeah, he's
Exactly.
getting signed tenfold, bro.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, back to the crown jewel predictions, man. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Damage Control versus Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend versus the women's tag team champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
I'll just say Jade and Bianca.
Me too. I'll go ahead and say Jade and Bianca too, as we are going to get to bear witness to another all-time Bianca Belair carry job for this tag team. The next match, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This is interesting, man. I did see at their little kickoff show they had a pretty cool encounter between the two guys, and that was pretty sick. But I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say being
Might
that
be.
being that Owens just turned heel, I'll go ahead and say you give the win to Kevin Owens. Plus, if you do eventually want to turn Randy, you know he's gonna need to keep building up them losses. So I'll say KO.
That's true. That's true. I think I'll go with KO too.
For the love of God, they finally fucking put these guys on pay-per-view. The US title. LA
Look at that.
Knight defends against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. What the fuck took you so long?
Good lord.
Dude, these guys should have been on pay-per-view. The quality of matches that they've been putting on absolutely should have been put on a pay-per-view a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Nonetheless, I
I think
think that
LA Knight.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say LA Knight. Although I would not mind a shock victory from one of the other two guys, but overall, I think it'll go to LA Knight.
I think so.
Next up, Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins.
Gotta be
This one's
Bronson.
gotta go
No
to
other.
Bronson, bro.
No other anything. It has to be him. It literally has to be him.
Yes, you absolutely need to have this match be won by Bronson Reed. I wouldn't even mind if this was something close to a squash by Bronson.
It really wouldn't. Yeah, I think it'd be good.
For sure. I'm going to go ahead and say Bronson Reed, man. For the Women's Crown Jewel Championship, which we actually heard these titles will not be showcased at all on WWE programming following Crown Jewel, and they will be Saudi exclusives. So the winners will be getting championship rings.
I'm dead.
Well, now you went from the theme song of this show from Diamonds Dancing to Big Rings. Either way, it's still on What a Time to Be Alive.
Literally, man. Good lord.
Or you could do both. I don't know, man. For this match, I think it'll go to Nia. I don't envision Nia Jax losing. However, maybe we see a cash in.
Maybe we do. Maybe they give Saudi a cash in, man. Maybe. So, I seen either way. I'll see at least Nia winning the match or getting cashed in, whatever. So who knows how it's gonna go? But Liv ain't winning. I'll tell you that.
No. Yeah, I don't see Nia Jax taking a loss until she gets cashed in on or Charlotte comes back. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with the next one, the Men's Crown Jewel Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther.
I would think Gunther. I hope so.
I really hope. Well, I really hope whoever reported it, I think it was PW Insider, but I really hope the rumors were not true about Goldberg, because I envision, and also too, we said to you guys last week, they do want to do Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens on Saturday night's main event, which is also another reason I see Owens winning. I think Kevin Owens cost Cody Rhodes the match, and I think Gunther walks away with the victory. I think Gunther walks away with the win by KO, costing Cody Rhodes the match.
I think so. I think definitely so either way, someone's costing Cody the match and Gunther's gonna win.
And with what I hope will be the main event, because this is for
Probably.
me the most exciting thing on the show. The Bloodline versus the Bloodline. The precursor to War Games, we have the 3-on-3. We have the original OG Bloodline, not the honorary OG Bloodline, but we have Jay, Jimmy, and Roman teaming back together, which you are going to see some interesting stuff on SmackDown tonight. I did catch the spoilers for that last week. We're going to see an
Mhm.
interesting promo segment. But these guys are facing the other tribal chief, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tamatanga, and or Tongaloa. We actually don't know which of the which 3 out of the 4 are going to be in the match, but you know how this
I'm
goes.
assuming it's Solo, Jacob, and Tamatanga.
I think so, man, and that really upsets me because Tongaloa, hopefully he gets to come in and hit somebody in the ass again. But I mean, I always want to see the goat perform, but if less is more, bro. So maybe you want to be a little conservative on how much we get to see Tongaloa. However, I would like to see him slide in the ring and hit somebody in the ass again, but hopefully we do
And it's
get to.
true.
Man, man, I tell you, bro. But overall, I think, hmm, I think something goes wrong in this match with the OG bloodline. I think Roman steps out of line, and I think he pisses off Jay, and that ends up costing them the match. And I would not doubt if we seen Sami Zayn here at the end of the show to maybe try to do some damage control, get the family back together, try to fix things, and it ends up getting him beat up, bro. So I see some dramatic ending with the bloodline, and overall, I'm gonna go ahead and give this to Solo's bloodline.
I think so. I think they're gonna win it. Something's gonna happen, whether some type of, they beat Sammy down, and it, distracts them, cost the match, or Roman's own doing cost them. There's something is gonna cost the OGs the match, and Solo's bloodline's gonna win.
Most definitely, man. I could absolutely see that. I could absolutely see that, man. As yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give the win to Solo's bloodline here, as that is everything. That is everything
Hmm.
for this Crown Jewel predictions, man. As remember, everybody, I will be live. The show for us, Central Time, starts at noon. It starts at noon Central, and we should be live around 3 or 4. Also, very proud of the 7 match card. Very proud
Oh
of
yeah.
that. Stacked card. This is actually a very stacked card for Crown Jewel. I'm very excited about a lot of stuff on this show. And dude, they finally fucking gave us the 7 match card. I'm pumped.
Look at that. Finally.
Yes, I'm pumped for it, bro. Um, yeah, very excited for that. Very excited for that, man, as they finally pulled the trigger on it. Doing a 7 match card for a just a smaller pay-per-view and not just for the SummerSlam or the Mania. But yeah, I'm excited for that, man, as yep, that is gonna do it. Like I said, for this edition of NHP, this has been episode 238. And like I said, we will be live. After the show, I will be live after the show for the Crown Jewel official review. Yeah, as soon as the show goes off the air, man. So with that, thank you guys so much for joining us, man. Thank you guys for an amazing turnout on this show, by the way. Deshaun, Logan, Durante, Naysayers, my man Hunter. How the hell or what am I talking about? Thank you guys so very much for joining us. As always, and I hope to catch you guys here tomorrow for the solo Crown Jewel review, man. And thank you guys so very much for joining us. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And that's okay.
And that is going to do it for this edition of episode 238 of the news. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all tomorrow afternoon with the Crown Jewel 2024 official show review.
Peace.